We want
I can hear you well.
beautiful. Appreciate you there, Mr. Keith. So we want to thank everybody for dialing in and Miss Annie's grand opening out there in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. So definitely, I like her flyer there. The future is so bright. So let's get started here. So Miss Annie, why did you start this program and with this team, the WPGW family and solar? What was your reason and purpose? In 30 seconds.
My main reason was when this was introduced to me, it was right after I had received my light bill.
Oh, wow.
And when, I mean, immediately after I had received my light bill. And when Mary invited me, I was at the kitchen table. I saw it. The meeting was 30 minutes later. And when I heard it, I knew I had to come aboard because I cannot deal with this light bill. Then once I got in and attended her grand opening and I found out what else was to it, then I knew I had to get in to get out of the slump that I'm caught up in so I can help someone else reach the top.
That is beautiful. That's beautiful. And that's how I got to it. I'm going to tell you. So you think about it here. Miss Mary Warren invited her to her virtual grand opening. And what's amazing is Miss Annie was just looking at her light bill, and that's how God do it. And if you're not a believer on this line, that's fine as well, all right? But nevertheless, that's how he do it. So we are going to be talking about how we can reduce those bills for individuals. And even if your city, even though we have these deregulated states that I'm about to go over, even though your state may be named, yet still your particular city or town may not be deregulated yet. And that's fine because it soon comes. And it's mandatory. And the beautiful thing is you'll be able to get paid or bless or help people in 19 states into your state get deregulated. I mean, your particular city or state. So by blessing and helping somebody else with their energy bill, power bill, you're in a position to help take care of yours. All right. So once again, as I mentioned, Titanium Andre Dre Waters. Welcome to Miss Annie Stanback, her grand opening out of Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Amazing things are happening in Rocky Mount, Nash County, Edgecombe County. Met some amazing people there at Miss Mary Warren's home before we went to Chicago for the official launch. And I wanted you to know, guys, for where we sit, and I inform Miss Annie and all of our new partners, and we address our partners as family. I want you to understand that the people that I have asked the leaders to invite is individuals that's number one, that's not selfish. Because before we launch this to the public, we're looking for leaders and serious individuals that will become wealthy and successful by default because of where you position. So you're on this line, that means you are a special individual, and I salute you because you are one of those individuals that are for our communities and to help bring our communities and bring the people up that's in it. So if you're not aware, and I bet you most of you guys are, and we got different individuals calling from different parts of the country, what parts of the country do we have on the line? Where are you calling from, your city and state, if you would like, and your name?
Keith,
Jacksonville, North Carolina.
All right, we're here at Jacksonville, North Carolina. Miss Karen, by way of Philippines.
Keith Lasco, Charlotte, North Carolina.
All right, Mr. Keith Lasco, Charlotte, North Carolina. Anyone else? Let's roll. Your time is your currency and your time is your money, honey. And what we do with the money is vital and very important. So that's all choose to announce themselves. Let's get it. All right. So 19.
Jacqueline Evans Ale. I'm calling from Greensboro, North Carolina.
All right, Miss Jacqueline Evans out of Greensboro. Welcome. So we got
Mary
Greensboro,
Warren, Rocky Mount, North Carolina.
Rocky Mount, Greensboro, Charlotte, Jacksonville. All right. We got any other states?
Jewel Ellaby, Charlotte.
Okay.
Jewel Ellaby, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay, good stuff. Let's do it. So as I call these states, I want you all to think about the families that we can help in these particular states that I named and the individuals that you know there as well. Arizona, California, Colorado, and Colorado too. I just came up with a new state. Now, guys, we have a whole lot of fun, make a whole lot of money, but most importantly, help a whole lot of people. So we got Colorado, Connecticut, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Maryland, Ohio, Massachusetts, Michigan, Nevada, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Texas, and Virginia. And special treat for you guys out in Rocky Mountain coming your way on tomorrow. I'll be in Rocky Mountain tomorrow at 6 for our educational session and 7. So we got 2 going on solar educational sessions tomorrow at Miss Mary Warren. So look at Duke Energy right here. You say, I've noticed this bill being going up higher. So on October the 1st, Duke increased their bill, increased the energy bills across the various parts of the country. Okay. Now that rate over the next 3 years is 14.6. Now I want everybody to understand this right here. You are paying for solar right now. If you have a light bill, if you paying a light bill, you are paying for solar. Why? Because the utility companies have incorporated it into your light bill to pay for the infrastructure. And that is called the MYRP. It's a multi-year rate plan. They have to go before the public commission to get this approval. So you'll see the MYRP or an MRP, multi-rate plan, which allows utilities to charge customers for the cost of projects before those projects are used to serve customers. So you all are paying for solar. Now, whether you have it or not, you're paying for the infrastructure of it for it to come from your utility company across the country. So that was North Carolina. Now there's parts of, like I said, this part right here in Rocky Mount where Miss Mary was at, it wasn't deregulated right there yet, but that's fine because I spoke with Pastor. I call him, he Bishop, spoken at Bishop and that Chief Apostle. That is Pastor Jeffrey. Okay. So it is happening. Now Pastor Jeffrey, he was in a place where his bill is Rocky Mount. Everybody got it. So he's gonna be eligible. But guess what? As I mentioned earlier, you will always be able to get paid in another city, another state. And as a result, that would take care of your bills. That makes sense. Now look at this right here. I got my solar, I did my evaluation like a month ago. It's been almost a month. And here's my personal results for redirecting my money for solar. If you're taking notes, I want you to right now and redirect. Because what some people think is I'm gonna have 3 or 4 or 5 bills. No, what's gonna happen is if you decide to go solar, if your home is eligible, then the money that you would generally be paying for a light bill, you would be paying for your solar panels instead of paying a light bill. Now, my estimated 25-year do nothing cost, if I wouldn't have went solar, I reside in Wilmington, North Carolina, then I would have gave Duke $49,000, $987, almost $50,000, right? If I did nothing. Now my savings is $15,379 over 25 years. You say, well, how is that? Because my panels was 33,000, right? And got them financed out. And you may qualify for the zero down financing. 86 million homes do. Okay, no money down in 2 months before you actually pay the bill. So when you subtract 50,000 from 33, you're like 17,000 or so. So that makes sense with 15,379 savings. Now my bill in November was $250 something, and I'm there by myself. Okay, most of the time, and I'm on the road around the country to bless and help communities. And my bill was $250 something. And I said, what in the world is going on? My angels must be watching TV. Netflix is doing something, throwing parties out by the lake in the backyard. I don't know what they're doing. But I'm telling you, that bill too, I said, ho, what's happening? I'm like, you heard Miss Annie earlier said, when she got the invite from Miss Mary Warren there, she was just looking at her light bill and like saying, hold up. So my bill going from $200 some a month to $133, and I'm going to get that on it. Now, this is what I want to say. To all the nonprofit leaders, to the nonprofit organizations and leaders, if you're on the line, And also, if you listen to the recording, we're going to do additional $500 for you. So I'm going to personally, after your install, I'm going to give you $500. And all your original supporters and members, I'm going to actually give them $300. I got realtors on the line. I'm going to do the same thing for realtors as well. $500 personally. After your install, I give you that. And your leadership, your agents. Now, of course, for your clients, they'll get the $300. But look what the company's doing as well. So for the first quarter of this year, that's January through March, the company is giving a $500 gift card. That's 30 days after the install is completed. Now, this is the deal. I was going to get solar because it made sense. I'm not going to keep renting something, okay, and I'm not able to pay for it. And that's what you're doing. You're renting your energy. So right for going solar, I decided to become a partner. It was only $99. That made sense to me, and it's a tax write-off. Everybody understand. And when you become a home owners, then guess what happens? The government gives you 470 plus tax deductions coded by the IRS. We got some background though. Let's see when we fix that. We got some background. Okay, good. I'm gonna mute out. Thank you. So I was gonna get solar anyway. It only made sense to me. So what I did for the $99, look what it did for me. It gave me $1578 for my own bill. We're the only solar company, Harbor Solar. We're the only solar company in the world that pays the partners. They decide to become a partner, you get paid on your own solar. So I got 30% a week after that. I've completed the contract, $473. That's almost $1,600. Then I get the remainder 70%, which would be like $1,100 after the install. Are you kidding me? South Carolina, look at the rates. April 1st, 2023, $14.36. That was in April. What raised that? And then in April 2024, look what's happening. They're raising it again. Are you serious? What you mean they're raising it again? That's exactly what I said. They're raising it again. And look how much they're raising it then at $14, $4.40. Remember, these are scheduled increase that you're paying for the infrastructure. Look what happens in Maryland. Maryland BGE here, their increase there is 18%. That's October the 1st, 2023. Then there go on what Perry Pat said. By 2026, 44% increase on the gas, 70% on the gas, 44% by the lights. And then here you have Pepco, which they service DC, the nation capital. And look what the projections is right here from 2023 increase. 2024 up 41%. 2025 schedule increase proposed is 56%. Then 2026, 69%, 76. Are you serious? New Jersey hasn't had an increase in nearly 6 years, and theirs is at 9%. Are you serious? This is happening across the country. Florida and Tampa did 62%. 2019, they've increased the bill. Those bills were so ridiculous that Florida Power and Light ended up in Florida Supreme Court to justify this increase. That was reported by Miami team September 2029. Are you serious? Texas, $12 billion. And one of the companies, 30.76%, 146.50%. California right here is scheduled for the next few years as well, $22.20. That was November 16, 2023. And a lot of people experience this in Christmas. Look what happened in Cali. A Christmas without lights. Families struggle to pay bills as California regulators consider electric rate increases. What's disturbing to me when I see this, I think of my seasoned folks, my senior folks, my elders. They got to have dilemmas and conversations with, oh my goodness, I need to fill my prescription for my medicine. I'm not able to even do half of my prescription because I got to pay this high light bill. Look at Arizona right here. Arizona 9.6%. That was in 2023. And look at the 7.6% of schedule rate, $71. Nevada, look what happens in here in Nevada. 3.3%, and also renewable energy mandate. This is happening across the across the country, it now requires that at least 50% of the electricity that utilities sell to Nevada customers must come from renewable sources by 2030. And this is what I want you to understand too. If you qualify for solar, the government is going to give you a 30% tax credit. Are you serious? We're going to talk about that in a few moments. Georgia, it raised 1.8 billion passed on to the customers. Look at Illinois' rates right here. 1.5 billion that they raised the rate. Are you serious? You look at 2024, 847 million increase for 2024. And it would have been even more if they wouldn't have shifted to 2026. Rhode Island, $17.74 per kilowatt. That's $33 increase on that bill. We can help these individuals, guys. Colorado, 3% higher. Pennsylvania, it ranged from 6.4% to 10%. Massachusetts, November the 1st of 2023, those rates will continue until 2024. 2% over 5 years. Oh, you kidding me? And look at Ohio here, 28%. Are you serious? That's June 2023, and it says the increase will be maybe in effect. That these increases will be in effect through May 2024. And one of the other companies increased its rates says starting beginning 16%, starting in 2025. So you're going to be paying for solar on the increase of your bill anyway. And look what's happening in Michigan. Whoa, man. 6.85 million increases they approved that particular week back in 2023. And look at the schedules. It's going to continue to happen. In Connecticut, about $6.24. And special thanks to everyone that actually did research with this. Okay, we have a few of them that went over these, and one of them, of course, is Senior Vice President Miss Karen. She did Arizona, California, Colorado. Mr. John out in Atlanta, Florida, Georgia, Illinois. Mr. Wallace Ward, Atlanta, Nevada, Pennsylvania, New Jersey. Miss Jewel Ellerby, Maryland, Ohio, Massachusetts. Miss Mary Warren, Rhode Island, Texas. Okay, and Virginia. So now let's go here, and we're going to share a little more in depth here. All right, so here we go. And the name of our company, as I mentioned earlier, is Harbor Solar. Now, this is what I want everybody to understand. Harbor Solar, for the last 6 years, they been door knocking. And they ain't going to continue to door knocking. We're not door knocking, okay? Now, however, in November the 1st, Harbor added the affiliate program. See, this is what you got to understand in business. If you are in business profitable for the first 3 to 5 years, and when you cross that 5-year mark, you have a decision to make. Am I going to advertise on TV and do millions of billions of dollars for advertising marketing budget? Or am I going to do what Mr. Warren Buffett did? And I'm going to start affiliate programs such as Pamper Chef, such as Curry. Are you going to do or you're going to do like Sam's Club? You're going to do like Costco. You're going to add affiliate program. So the CEO, Mr. Josh Hatch of Harvard, he made a decision, instead of us paying out billions of dollars to commercials, then we'll just do it to individuals. People are hurting now. They need money. So let's help the people. Let the word of mouth do it. No recruiting required, no higher pressure. So what I want everybody to understand, this hasn't been launched to the public yet. So you're pioneers. And I want everybody to understand, when you're a pioneer, when it comes to wealth, you imagine you was being a pioneer at Google, Microsoft. That means you're an automatic multimillionaire, billionaire. See, Mr. Warren Buffett, if you don't know who Mr. Warren Buffett is, Mr. Warren Buffett has generated wealth through investment, doing common sense investment. And Mr. Warren Buffett said energy deregulation will be the largest transfer of wealth in history. So people say, do you sell solar? No, I don't sell solar. If you write that word down, redirect. If you didn't write down, redirect. We're not selling anything. Why? Because instead of you paying your light bill, if you are approved, then guess what? You're just going to be investing in your solar panel. See, there's 130 million homes that's still connected to the grid in the United States of non-renewable energy, fossil fuels, coals, and all this other stuff. 4 million homes currently use solar energy. And in 2021, someone switched to solar every single minute. Now, this is what's amazing. There's 86 million homes that qualify for zero down solar. $0 down for solar, 86 million. And maybe you're one of them, okay? If you're not qualified, the beautiful thing is we can do co-signers as well. Forecast, because in the past, you had to have like $15,000, $20,000, $10,000 to put down for solar. That ain't happening anymore. $0 down if you qualify. Now, in the last 10 years, solar has grew 167%. There is nothing on this planet currently bigger than solar, period. It's the cleanest, most renewable energy available. It's a $450 billion industry. And it ain't even got started good. 450 billion, you know what? That's a half $1 trillion. $1 trillion is 1,000 billions. Are you kidding me? 1,000 billion? What? Just a small piece of that. Now look what it goes on to say. In the next 5 years, it's going to be doubling every year for the next 5 years. Are you serious? Congress passed an extension of the solar investment tax credit in 2022. You said what? Yes, they did. And they raised it to 30%. It was lower than that. So just like for my panels, my tax credit was 30%, which is $9,900, almost $10,000. This is why I want everybody to understand. Congress passed this for federal. However, in your particular city or local municipality, you may get additional rebates because there are cities, counties, and states offering rebates. Just like out in Cook County, Chicago, the young lady, the customer that got solar there, she was approved. She got an additional rebate credit from Cook County. It was like $4,000. So in various cities and states, and like I said, you will get even more rebates for going solar. And I've been went over countless documentation. And here's something I like to add. Immediately increase for home value. Your home value immediately goes up. Immediately. Soon as you get solar, your value goes up 4.1% to 10%. That's amazing. Okay? And the beautiful thing is the extra solar energy that you get, you sell it back to the energy company. Like I said, we've been around since 2017, 6 years. A+ rating and Better Business Bureau is a debt-free company. I already told you about these 19 states. It's amazing. I'm going to share with y'all in a few minutes. You guys want to hear about the money. I'm going to share with you in a few minutes how to take 10 individuals, a small brokerage. You guys familiar with your real estate brokers? You familiar with your insurance brokers? Well, a solar brokerage of 10 individuals, I'm going to show you how to do $1 million with conservative numbers. You say, hold up, stop. I was about to get off until you said that. Say that again. Okay, I'm going to repeat it again. 10 individuals, and I'm not the exaggerator. 10 individuals, you can do $1 million a year, part-time. There's nothing doing this legally on the planet. Now, I gave you guys my personal example of the benefits of solar, that what happened with me. Look what happened to Mr. Ethan and his wife. 33,000 square foot home. His August 2021 bill was $221. A year later on solar, August 2022, $123. 25 years savings, he saved $35,000 they did. Estimated home value increased immediately to $23,870. Tax credit is $10,683. His estimated total financial benefit is $70,000 to $70,000 to it. This is why I dare not convince anyone, beg anybody. Why not? If you're taking notes right now, educate. Write down, connect. We educate, we connect, we share, we educate. That's it. Ain't no selling involved. Now, if you want to get wealth, identify where the masses are going and get there first, right? See, most of the people, especially the ones in the sound of my voice, sadly, most of the time when it get to us, when you hear it, other folks that have made millions and billions of dollars off of it. Well, you're in a position right now to set your entire generation up forever. Now, see, like the program that I went in, I led the front lines of CBD. And I built dynasties. My mom, Pastor Thelma Waters, my pop, Deacon Brady Waters, they joined that program with me. They in this program with as well. Everybody with me. And they didn't have a computer in their home when they started this industry. They didn't have internet. They still working with flip phones. They didn't know how to text. They learned how to text. But it transformed my generation for life, this industry of helping and blessing people. But I'm going to tell you, to generate millions, I had to build large teams. This is not happening. And in essence, I don't even build a team. I build people. And as I build people, we create a family culture, because that's the culture at WPGW. You said, what is WPGW? For our kingdom folks, my believer, is wealth, prosperity God's way. We prosper God's way. We're pros God's way. We're professionals gifting wisdom. We're professionals getting wisdom. So I'm going to show you, get your calculator out. I'm going to show you $1 million with 10 individuals. Everybody understand? This is huge. And if you don't know Dr. Eric Thomas, you want to Google this guy. Dr. Eric Thomas is on our executive board, the gentleman to the right here. Dr. Eric Thomas is currently the #1 motivation speaker on this planet. And that young man next to him, Mr. Justin Owens, Mr. J.O., he's our chief growth officer. He started entrepreneurship when he was 18 years young. He's 37 years old now. He was out in Chicago. Special shout out to the individual who went out to Chicago. That's Mr. John out of Atlanta. He showed up to the launch to the Millionaires Club. Miss Jewel Ellerby, Senior Vice President Miss Karen Tolosa. Miss Latanya Copeland out of Atlanta as well showed up. I'm telling you, man, it was amazing. This room 200. This hasn't been launched to the public yet. Do you know where you sit? You said, yeah, I want you to show me that $1 million. Now, I want you to understand this. I want you to write down 3,500, because I'm only going to use the conservative numbers. I'm only using conservative numbers. We got enough people exaggerating. Write down $3,500, 3,500. See, as a solo pro, you earn anywhere from $3,500 to $7,000 per deal, depending on the market, utility, and the usage. 3,500. That's the average payout per project. Now, watch this. If you say, hey, look, I don't want to talk to nobody on deal, but no, I just want to connect them to the Solar Pro. Well, guess what? That's $1,750. So when you do them for your team, for your brokerage, then it's $1,750 the average payout, because you're splitting it with them. Half of 3,500 is $1,750. Half of 7,000 is 3,500. You follow me? Get those calculators out. I'm about to get mine out, because I'm about to show you something very special that you've never seen before in your life. I guarantee you. I have people when I talk about this right here to people that's been in business with me. You know what they say? They say, you on the ground floor? They said, hold on. One of the guidance counselors out in she's out in Wake County, Raleigh, Durham area. And when I told her this, she said, stop 1 minute. Let's go to the car and get my card now. She ain't seen no information. She said, let me get my card right now. Are you kidding me? So watch this. The number was 3,500. Let's use simple numbers, 3,500. So the average solar pro does 2 to 3 deals a week. One deal a month. One deal a month, a solar pro, that's $42,000. The average solar pro do 2 or 3 a week. So watch this. Let's do 1 a week. So that means 3,500 times 4, because these are the conservative numbers, 14,000. Times 12, that solar pro do $168,000. Now remember, I'm utilizing the conservative numbers right here of the 3,500 of the solar pro. Solar pro does on average payout 3,500 to 7,000. I'm going to use low numbers to show you $1 million, okay, a year with a brokerage of 10. So the solar pro 168,000 doing their own deals. Now for their brokerage of 10, a brokerage of 10, you're gonna get the split for 1,750. Okay, you're gonna get the split for how much? For 1,750. There it is. Everybody see that on a partner? 1,750. So let's go back to our calculator. Right now, 1,750. So 1,750. By the way, guys, I'm a transformational coach, and our focus is the whole man. That's my focus. What is the whole man? Spiritual wealth, emotional wealth, mental wealth, physical wealth, and financial wealth. So with a brokerage of 10, from your brokerage, that's 17,500 in a month. Okay? From a brokerage of 10, right? Now watch this. We said on average they're doing one a week, right? So when a brokerage of 10 doing one a week, you doing one deal a week, and then you're closing theirs. That is only, you said only, times 4. That's $70,000 from that brokerage a month just doing one a week, and the average pros do 2 to 3. Some did 5, 6, 7. Now watch this. At 70,000 a month times of 12 with a brokerage of 10, that's $840,000 plus your 168,000. That's $1,000,008. I told you I was going to show you $1,000,008 with a brokerage of 10 people. I will not convince not one soul or beg one soul to do this. I can promise you I won't. Be grateful to God that you sitting right here right now listening to this information, because your family, your generation will be wealthy. Period. And the question is, that's if you take action. And I promise you I won't pressure you. I can promise you I won't. Never have and never will. I will educate you. I will answer your questions 1,000 times more. If you have 1,000,000 questions, I'm going to give you 1,000,005 answers. Let's go. Now, this is what I want you to understand. That's not all the money. You say, oh, come on, man. Come on now. Come on now. You ain't doing this to me. That's not all the money. On the revenue share, on every deal, project that's done, you're going to get an additional $150 to $550. So if you just add $550 to even one to a brokerage of 10, or let's say the middle now, 350. We say 350. If you say 350 with a brokerage of 10, that's additional 3,500 a month on what I just showed you. Not only that, you get a leadership lifestyle bonus. You say what? There's more. Yeah, there's more money. Now, I think it was Miss Annie. No, it was Miss Mary, I believe. Miss Mary said, somebody wake me up. This, I got to be dreaming. Miss Mary won. So I heard some other people say this. When they seen this, they said, wake me up. There is no way this, well, it's happening. You did something right, because I'm telling you, God has smiled on you. You did something right to be listening to this right now, or even listening to this recording. But if you want right now, you did something correct. Trust me. That means favor for you to get in front of this, because it hasn't been launched to the public. We do the official launch to the public February the 17th through the 18th, to the world, should I say. We was in Chicago a day or so ago for like 5 days for the official launch of the Millionaires Club. Now, let me show you something. Here's the additional money. A team of 35, additional $500. A brokerage of 100, additional $1,000. A brokerage of 210, $2,000. A brokerage of 500, $4,000. And a brokerage of of 1,250, $9,000. That's a lifestyle bonus. Now, the Millionaires Club CEO sit down with me, Senior Vice President, Miss Karen, and Miss Jewel Ellerby. We sit down with CEO Mr. Marshall Forson and Miss Ashley out in Chicago a couple of days ago. I'm not at liberty to reveal something right now, but it's going to be way more money than what I just showed you for those lifestyle bonuses. The numbers will scare you, okay? But we'll get released that here shortly. So why not get you an electric car with this extra money, the additional money? Now you say, oh, I already know it's going to be something. It's going to be at least $1,000 to come in, right? It's going to be $3,000. Write down invest. When you invest, if it's a good investment, you get a return on it. You get an ROI, a return on your investment. When you spend money, it is gone. We ain't spending no money. We investing. And the investment for here, you won't believe it. That's why I told you, the young lady ran out to her car. That she's the author of like 8 books, and she's a guidance counselor out there in Wake County. When I told her, I didn't go through this like I did with y'all for 30 minutes. I had a 3 to 5 minute conversation with her. She said, I need to go get my card right now. It's only $99 one time to come in. Are you serious? I'm asking the CEO, Mr. Chris Hack. I'm gonna ask Mr. Hack. I'm gonna say, will you change that to onboarding gift? Because $99 to come in with the average payout is $1,750. This is a gift. $99 one time. $49.97 for your overhead. $49.97 is for your virtual office. Basically, it equates to your administrative assistant, your secretary. your accountant. It keeps up with the money. It keeps up with the team. It got a wealth of knowledge and training up there for your certifications. It's got technology beyond your world. If you went outside of Harbor Soul and attempt to get what this back office is equipped with, you talking about $300 to $500 a month. Remember, I'm not the exaggerator. And the individual that sent you this information and you this invite, send my brief bio. If you haven't read it, you would know I'm not an exaggerator. Everybody understand. Soul Ambassador, you can come in free. You only get earned $1,000. Now I want you to understand, you're not able to capitalize on all those things I went over. You only get $1,000. However, now you want to become a Soul Ambassador for free, then you go for it. All right. But big business, serious money, no limits, is $99 one time. And watch this. You say, hey, this ain't for me. It sounds good, looks good. It ain't for me at all. Okay. We still love you too. Now, at least for the person who invited you, at least get your free complementary energy savings analysis. And it's to help them get their certification. Okay. You're not obligated to do solo, but if it makes sense to you when you do the analysis, if you approve, okay, because every house don't qualify. Every city don't qualify. But we got 19 to choose from. And if you did 19 partners at $1,750, I think my numbers was $30-some thousand. So if you had one partner in the 19 states, that was $30-some thousand. Are you kidding me? So become a Soul Ambassador if you desire free, or become the consultant and get paid. And I'm showing up in your town and city. I'll be in Rocky Mountain, North Carolina tomorrow, and I'm about to be around the country again. And as I mentioned, we're going to be doing the first ever event in Atlanta, February 17th. There are 86 million eligible homes that qualify for $0 down. What would be your impact? What would you do to bless and transform your family life? All right. And guess what? You get to plug into this personal growth by the #1 speaker. He's on our executive team. No, he's not for hire and come every now and then. No, he's on the executive team of Harvard. And for where you sit, you are on the front lines of what's about to be a $1 trillion industry in the next year or so. Guarantee it's going to be a $1 trillion industry. So for something being a $1 trillion industry, that means you properly positioned right now. You easy millionaire. And if you just work it just a little bit, you automatic billionaire with just where you sit. I hope that didn't scare you all. Okay? I hope that didn't scare anyone up. I don't think it did. But I'm going to say this again. Look at my brief bio, and you will know that I'm not an exaggerator. You are a easy millionaire from where you sit. And one of my personal goals, and I don't say this a lot, but one of my personal goals is generate more millionaires that look like me ever known in mankind. And by the power of God and the Holy Spirit, it's going to happen. And you know what's so beautiful? It's not up to anyone whether or not it's happening. It's between me and him, and that's more than enough. Y'all like those odds, right? Good deal. I knew I was talking to the right people. Okay, well, that concludes it. All right. Any questions? Do we have any questions before we close it out? You definitely want to connect with the individual that invited you. We're moving about. The tours are coming down through Charlotte. Tours coming down through Wilmington, North Carolina, Clinton. I may even have them come to Rocky Mount in the next couple weeks, but I will be there tomorrow. Everybody follow. So shout out to Miss Annie. Amazing grand opening. She did very well. Shout out to everyone that jumped on. If you missed it,